Tom Holland has managed to somehow spin up a more confusing web in relation to Spider-Man than any Spider-Man in any multiverse could have possibly imagined. One interview he's retiring, the next interview he's not retiring, the interview after that he may or may not continue acting, and then back to the first interviewer just about 2 days later where he's like, whoa, hold up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be Spider-Man forever. And then he follows that up with, well, let me clarify that. To another interview. Man, they got Tom Holland so good at lying, he doesn't even know the plot to his own narrative anymore. Amazing. So this comes at us from Esquire Middle East, who got to talk to the star of Uncharted and Spider-Man, but this was a Uncharted-centric interview. But of course, they weren't going to ignore the whole Spider-Man thing. So they decided to ask him, okay, look, let's talk about your comments as Spider-Man, because you've said that you're ready to give up the character. You've even said that you want to retire, that it's time to move beyond the character. They pretty much bring it all up. And he says that he believes that he was slightly misconstrued in what he said, which I don't think he was, because it was pretty definitive what he said. But again, he's trying to walk that backwards, obviously, because he wants to keep playing Spider-Man. I don't think he wants to send out the wrong signal to anybody. So he says that, look, when we really get down to the bottom of it, he wants to keep playing Spider-Man. He loves Spider-Man. He doesn't want to just give it up and never do it again. He understands if he's done, he's done. He understands his time will have come, and he's happy with what he's done. He'd be happy to just walk away from it. But he hopes that there's more. He has plenty of ideas, he said. He's teased a couple of them just outright. And I think another factor in this will be just how much buzz is made with all the different releases of Spider-Man that are going to happen, from all the streaming sites to the physical and all that, right? That's all going to bring in more money, and of course the merchandise. That's going to be huge. Once he starts seeing more residual checks, and once all the other people involved, Sony, Disney, Marvel Studios, see them, it's back to the drawing board and what's the next step. I just honestly think it's still about the same thing. It's about the money. I know even actors that love acting, let's be real, they're doing it for the money, because there's good money to be made in it. So yeah, him clarifying it and talking about it and what comes next and what he's going to be doing into his 30s, he just outright says, look, if I'm still doing it in my 30s, cool, that's great. I just don't want to feel like that's the only thing. Well, okay, that's cool, but I don't know if Uncharted is really a giant franchise starter, so we'll see.